Have you ever seen a place so beautiful it felt unreal? Jungles full of life, crystal clear tropical waters, islands that seem untouched by time. But beauty doesn't mean safety. In some places on Earth, humans are not in control. Venom, predators, and raw nature decide who survives. Welcome to Nomad's Echoes, where forgotten stories, ancient traditions, and the hidden power of our planet come to light. Today we explore the 5 most dangerous places on Earth, not because of humans, but because nature itself makes survival uncertain. But stay tuned, because next week we'll continue with 5 more places that are both paradise and danger at the same time. Let's begin. 90 miles off the coast of São Paulo lies an island that humans are forbidden to visit. Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island. From a distance, the island looks almost peaceful. Dense green vegetation covers steep cliffs that drop straight into the Atlantic. Birds circle above the canopy. The place feels untouched, even inviting. And that's what makes the reality so unsettling. Because beneath that vegetation, moving through branches and leaf litter, is one of the highest concentrations of venomous snakes anywhere on Earth. What makes this island truly dangerous is not just the venom, its density. There are estimates suggesting 1 venomous snake per square metre in certain areas. No safe paths, no clear ground. The snakes evolved here in isolation, with birds as their primary prey. Their venom became stronger, faster, more efficient. Humans never adapted. The last known residents left in the 1920s. Stories tell of fishermen found dead on their boats after drifting too close. Today, only scientists with special permission are allowed to land here. They never stay long. Snake Island is a place humans were forced to abandon. But not all dangerous places push people away. Some pull you in, hiding danger behind life itself. Before you ever feel threatened in Madidi National Park, you feel overwhelmed. Endless rainforest stretching in every direction. Thick green canopy filtering the light. Rivers cutting silently through the jungle, reflecting the sky like dark mirrors. From above, Madidi looks alive, vibrant, almost untouched. Birds flash through the trees. Mist rises from the forest floor at dawn. Everything feels in motion. This is one of the most biologically diverse places on Earth, and that's exactly what makes it dangerous. This vast stretch of Amazonian rainforest is home to thousands of species, many still undocumented. Venomous snakes hidden beneath leaves, poisonous plants brushed without noticing, insects carrying parasites that don't kill quickly, but patiently. Local stories speak of hunters who enter the forest confident and experienced, only to return days later confused, feverish, unable to explain what went wrong. Others never returned at all. Some legends say the jungle chooses who it allows to leave. Scientifically, the explanation is terrifying enough. Parasites enter through tiny cuts or insect bites. Some remain dormant before attacking the nervous system or immune system days or weeks later. Symptoms don't begin with pain. They begin with disorientation, hallucinations, a sense that something is wrong, but impossible to name. Explorers have written about the same feeling, again and again. Deep inside Madidi, it feels like the forest is watching you back. There are no clear records of how many people have disappeared here, only abandoned camps, equipment found without bodies. In Madidi, danger doesn't chase you. It waits, surrounded by life. And when the forest decides you don't belong, it doesn't need claws or fangs. it lets its smallest inhabitants do the work. And while Madidi hides its danger beneath layers of green silence, there are other places where the threat is far more visible, yet just as misunderstood. Fraser Island doesn't look dangerous. That's the first problem. Stretching along the coast of Queensland, it's the largest sand island on Earth. White beaches, crystal clear freshwater lakes, dense forests growing directly out of sand. To many visitors, it feels peaceful, almost gentle. But among Australians, Fraser Island carries a very different reputation. Local rangers often say the island doesn't attack people, it lures them. In the ocean surrounding Fraser Island live some of the most dangerous marine creatures on the planet. Irukandji jellyfish, tiny, nearly invisible, yet capable of triggering extreme pain, paralysis, and cardiac arrest. Sharks patrol the waters, drawn close by strong currents and migrating prey. Yet the danger doesn't stop at the shoreline. Fraser Island is home to one of the purest populations of wild dingoes in Australia. These animals are not stray dogs. They are apex predators, genetically close to their ancestors. For decades, locals warned visitors never to feed them, never to turn their back, never to forget they are wild. Those warnings were often ignored. In 2001, a 9-year-old boy was killed by dingoes on the island. A tragedy that shocked the country and forced authorities to change how Fraser Island was managed. But long before modern incidents, Aboriginal stories spoke of the island as a place where spirits tested humans. According to Butchulla oral traditions, Fraser Island, known as Kagari, was formed through conflict, betrayal, and punishment. The land itself was shaped as a consequence of human arrogance. Some elders described the island as a place that rewards respect and punishes carelessness. Even the landscape itself deceives. Freshwater lakes appear deep but are often shallow. Tourists dive headfirst, misjudging depth, suffering spinal injuries. Ocean currents look calm, then pull swimmers away from shore without warning. On Fraser Island, danger doesn't announce itself with teeth or venom. It hides behind beauty. And by the time you realise the island is not welcoming you, it's often too late. But while Fraser Island hides its danger behind postcard-perfect beaches, there are places on Earth where death leaves visible marks, frozen in time. Lake Natron, located in Tanzania, doesn't even look real. Its surface is still, almost mirror-like. At certain times of year, it glows red and orange, as if the water itself were burning. For centuries, local communities avoided this lake, not because of monsters, but because nothing that entered it ever came back alive. Birds fall into the water and never leave. Their bodies don't sink, they don't decompose, they harden. Along the shores of Lake Natron, animals have been found preserved in eerie positions, wings spread, heads raised, eyes open, as if frozen in the exact moment life left them. To outsiders, it looks supernatural. And that's exactly how local legends describe it. Some stories say the lake is cursed, a place where the land itself punishes arrogance. Others believe it's a boundary between worlds, where living creatures lose their form and are claimed by the earth. Science offers a colder explanation. Lake Natron is extremely alkaline, with a pH close to that of ammonia. Its waters can burn skin and eyes. Temperatures can rise above 60 degrees Celsius. When animals fall in, they often die quickly. As the water evaporates, high concentrations of sodium carbonate preserve their bodies, effectively turning them into stone-like statues. But even knowing the chemistry, the images are unsettling. Photographers who have documented the lake describe a deep sense of unease, a feeling that this place does not belong to the living. Lake Natron doesn't chase, it doesn't hunt, it waits, and when life touches it, the lake keeps the memory forever. But while Lake Natron leaves death visible on its shores, there are places where danger leaves no trace at all. Only silence beneath the water. And from Tanzania, we move to the north of Australia to northern Queensland, one of the most beautiful yet most dangerous places in the world. Long stretches of white sand, palm trees bending toward the sea, shallow turquoise waters glowing under the sun. From Cairns to Port Douglas, the coastline feels calm, inviting, almost unreal. The kind of place where the ocean looks gentle, harmless, and for most of the year it is. But every summer something changes. The water stays clear, the beaches stay beautiful, and yet no one swims. Because this is box jellyfish season. Just beneath those turquoise waters drifts one of the most lethal creatures on Earth, the box jellyfish. Almost invisible, almost weightless. Its body reflects the sunlight, making it nearly impossible to see until it's too late. Its tentacles can stretch several meters long, armed with millions of venomous cells. A single sting can cause cardiac arrest in minutes. Local stories tell of swimmers who felt a light brush against their leg. Nothing painful, nothing dramatic. Then came the screaming, then collapse, then silence. Before modern warning systems, deaths were frequent enough that entire beaches were considered cursed during certain months. Some locals believed the sea itself was claiming people. Aboriginal communities had long known better. For generations, these waters were avoided at specific times of year, not because of fear, but because of knowledge passed down through observation, not myth. The ocean wasn't evil, it was seasonal. Today, bright warning signs line the beaches, stinger nets float offshore, swimmers wear full-body suits in tropical heat, all silent reminders of the same truth: this paradise never belonged to us. And while these Australian waters turn deadly only part of the year, there are places on Earth where danger never leaves. It lives there permanently. Those places are still waiting. In the next part, we'll explore 5 places that are even more beautiful and even more dangerous. If you want to continue this journey, follow Nomad's Echoes and stay tuned for next Saturday's video. Because this is where mystery meets reality and where the hidden power of our planet comes to light.